It's our American creed. It's what makes us who we are. And it's what draws friends and partners to our side. And for hundreds of years, American patriots have fought and sometimes died defending those values. Folks, look, I'm often quoted by the press as saying, America leads not by the example of its power, but by the power of our example. All of you, our service members stationed around the world, you are the solid steel spine of America, around which alliances are built and strengthened year after year. These partnerships have hardened and have been hardened in the fire of war, and generations of Americans and service members fought them, like the original Bloody Hundred, and those RFA pilots, and the shared mission to World War II, flying, fighting, winning, done together. These bonds of history and shared sacrifice run deep and are strong, based on values, and they endure. The connection and camaraderie between our troops, this community of American citizens stationed in the UK, U.S. visiting forces and families, 20,000 strong, are not only warriors, you're diplomats, and you're bridge builders. You are the essential part of what makes up this special relationship between Great Britain and the United States. Over the next few days, as I said, I'll be participating in meetings with many of our closest partners, the G70 in Cornwall. Then on the Brussels NATO Summit, the EU and the EU Summit. This diplomacy is essential because no single nation acting alone can meet all the challenges we face today because the world is changing. Quote another Irish poet, he said, the world's changed utterly. Terrible beauty has been born. We're in a different place than we were 10 years ago. Better positioned at a different place. We have to build the shared future we seek. Future nations are free from coercion or dominance by more powerful states. Where the global commons, the seas, the air, the space, remain open and accessible for the benefit of all. To tackle this century's most pressing challenges, we have to do it together. We have to end COVID-19 not just at home, which we're doing, but everywhere. There's no wall high enough to keep us safe from this pandemic or the next biological threat we face, and there will be others. It requires coordinated, multi-battle action. We must all commit to an ambitious climate action if we're going to prevent the worst impacts of climate change, limiting global warming to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. Lead the global transition to clean energy technology. You know, when I'm over in the tank in the Pentagon, when I first was elected Vice President, President Obama, the military sat us down to let us know what the greatest threats facing America were, the greatest physical threats. This is not a joke. You know what the Joint Chiefs told us the greatest threat facing America was? Global warming. Because of the significant population movements, fights over land, millions of people leaving places because they're literally sinking below the sea in Indonesia, because of the fights over what is arable land anymore. With the G7, we plan to launch an ambitious effort to support resilience and development around the world by investing in high quality, high standard, physical, digital, and health infrastructure. We have to make sure that new technologies and norms of conduct in cyberspace are established, including addressing the growing threat of ransomware attacks. They're governed by our democratic values, not by the autocrats who are letting it happen. These are all critical national security issues in 2021. We're going to be driving this agenda together with our G7 partners. In Brussels, I'll make it clear that the United States' commitment to our NATO alliance in Article 5 is rock solid. It's a sacred obligation we have under Article 5. The U.S. and the U.K. are both founding members of NATO, the strongest military and political alliance in the history of the world, and that's not hyperbole. Our troops have stood shoulder to shoulder around the world, including serving bravely in the mountains of Afghanistan for the past 20 years. Our NATO allies have had our backs when it mattered, just like we've had theirs when it mattered. And now we need to modernize our alliance, investing in our critical infrastructure, our cyber capabilities, and to keep us secure against every threat we've faced over the last decade and the new challenges we're about to face as well. For the European Union leaders, I'll discuss how the United States can work with Europe to address the full range of issues required the full strength of our transatlantic partnership, including working together to shape the new rules for the 21st century economies. And only after these meetings with our closest democratic partners to develop a common agenda and a renewed purpose, I'll travel to Geneva to sit down with the man I spent time with before, President Vladimir Putin. We're not seeking conflict with Russia. We want a stable, predictable relationship. Our two nations share incredible responsibilities, and among them, ensuring strategic stability and upholding arms control agreements. I take that responsibility seriously. But I've been clear, the United States will respond in a robust and meaningful way when the Russian government engages in harmful activities. We've already demonstrated that. I'm going to communicate that there are consequences for violating the sovereignty of democracies in the United States and Europe and elsewhere. I'm going to be clear that the transatlantic alliance will remain vital, a vital source of strength for the UK, Europe, and the United States. I'm going to make sure there's no doubt as whether the United States will rise in defense of our most deeply held values and our fundamental interests. Here's why this all matters so much right now. I believe we're in an inflection point in world history. The moment where it falls to us to prove that democracies will not just endure, but they will excel as we rise to seize the enormous opportunities of the new age. We have to discredit those who believe that the age of democracy is over, as some of our fellow nations believe. We have to expose as false the narrative that the creeds of dictators can match the speed and scale of the 21st challenges. You know, and I know, they're wrong. But it doesn't mean we don't have to work harder than ever to prove that democracy can still deliver for our people. But many think things are changing so rapidly. Democracies cannot get together and form a consensus to respond like autocrats can. You know better than anyone that democracy doesn't happen by accident. We have to defend it. We have to strengthen it, renew it. And I know that the American people are up to this job. I know because I look around this hangar. What I see is I see America. I see America, people with different backgrounds, coming together in a shared mission. Our democracy has never been perfect. Never been perfect. But Americans of all races, religions, sexual orientation, immigrants, Native Americans, all have spilled their blood to defend the values that we talk about. Generation after generation of American heroes have signed up to be part of the fight because they understand the truth that lives in every American heart, that liberation, opportunity, justice is far more likely to come to pass in democracy than in the emerging autocracies of the world. I promise you, that's what this is going to be all about for your generation and those of your children. And here's what else I know beyond that. There's not a single thing, nothing beyond America's competence to accomplish when we do it together. When we do it as one people. You're proof of that. You're proof of that every single day. Your bravery, your decency, your honor, your commitment to duty. You can send more fuel through a boom to a KC-135R in 8 minutes. And a civilian gas pump, you pump in 24 hours. And you do it midair. And it's all a normal day for this team. So don't tell me we can't win our race to the future across the board. We're the country that cracked the physicals and the physics of human flight, then crashed through a sound barrier, then put a man on the moon and flew a helicopter on Mars. I could go on and on and on. There's nothing beyond our capacity. So I want to thank you again for welcoming Jill and me today. It's great to be here in the UK. It's great to be here seeing you first. Seeing all of you is the best possible way to start this trip. But let me end where I began by saying thank you. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I gave you my word. Thank you all for what you do. Thank you all for your understanding that we're a nation based on values. Thank you all for protecting us. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, and God bless.